So we'll start today with our AI ahas, and I'll turn to Bridget to share what she's been using AI for in her life.
As you know, I always have a hard time picking what to talk about. But I decided to talk about something I've just been playing with on my own. My team will be able to do a much better job of this. But after our last episode, when we were talking about how ChatGPT was all grown up and scoring A pluses on law school exams, and you and I were puzzling about what that would mean for legal education and assessment. How do you, what's a better way to really communicate legal knowledge, and what do law students need to know? And I, I I started thinking about our own. We do a lot of training at the AAA. We train people who want to become arbitrators. We're now actually moving also into some advocacy training. And our training is pretty hands-on. It reminds me a lot more of the clinical work that I did in law schools, which I do think is a pretty important part of legal education. Um, but it seemed to me that we also now have all of these new tools at our disposal, and we could probably use them in ways that would really enhance that education. So I just started working with the initial course. I took it myself recently. I took the arbitration fundamentals course just because I don't really have a lot of time to do arbitrations right now, but I wanted to know what the course content was. And started playing with building a custom GPT for one of the modules that's covered in that course. The course is a live course with a basically a hypothetical case that the learners follow from beginning to end, and stop and start in different modules and work in teams. And the custom GPT build has been really enlightening and exciting, because, as you know, I start with my one idea and it suggests like four other ideas for different directions I could take it in and different tools I could add to the experience to enhance it. And because I'm just playing with it to see what's possible, again, my team will do a lot better job of this than I can. It's been just a blast. I've been created some personas, and they're giving me, the learner, a new arbitrator, some challenges, and it's been really a lot of fun. So I don't know what will come of it exactly, but I'm excited about what we could build in terms of our education products at the AAA.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Um, so my AI aha is not really that interesting, I guess, but we talk a lot about emerging capabilities, and if lawyers are listening and they're not familiar with that concept, it's the idea that AI develops the ability to do things that are emergent capabilities, new things that it's able to do that it couldn't do before. And I think it's part of the challenge of working with lawyers is they get stuck on this idea that it can only do this set of things when it's constantly developing new capabilities. And I'm working on a project, a research project, and I was using ChatGPT's deep research function, which you prompted. It reminds me of working with students, which I used to do a lot. And you prompt it and you ask it to do a research report, and then it follows up with a few questions, and then it goes off and it scours the internet and delivers to you a really nice research report with all of these citations. But before, I'm pretty sure that when I used to click on the citations, it would take me to the website. But now when I click on the citation, the citations are now inline in the research report, which they might have always been, I'm not sure. But when I click on it now, it actually pulls down on the website and highlights where it found the information, which is amazing to me because before I was like clicking on the URL to see if it was hallucinating and having to do a lot more fact checking. And now the fact checking is a lot faster. So um, it's it's a weird technology as we always talk about, and, but it's great when you find these new things that it can do that make things even faster. So that was my aha this week.
I don't think I've noticed that yet. It must be in the last week or so. Maybe I haven't done a deep research report in the last week or so. That's amazing. That's the kind of thing that, yeah, you can lose a lot of time on, having to like scour a big website to confirm something. That's really, really exciting. Yeah.
Well, it's also sort of like and I was thinking about it, it's you start thinking about what are the new jobs that are gonna be created and what are the new tasks people are gonna do, and for a while, I thought, well, fact checking is gonna be the next thing that people will move to, and maybe that's still true, but a week ago, I thought fact checking was something different than it's already become, which is, like, now it's a lot faster. You don't necessarily have to go in and look through the entire article. It's gonna show you where it is, and then that's faster.
Yes.
I don't know.